Guys, I've got this project on trade through the Indian Ocean between India and Egypt, and I don't even know where the Indian Ocean is.
I think the Indian Ocean is somewhere in China, maybe near South Africa,
Yeah.
right?
It's in between both of them, silly. Josh, first you gotta figure out where the trade routes were.
Josh, the next thing you want to do is probably figure out what it was they actually even traded.
But Josh, you gotta dig deeper. You gotta go what's beyond what's just written. Really just dig, just get in there. Just muscle in there. Just grab a hold, grab the bull by the horns and just move it out the way, just dig into there. Trade of tangible and intangible goods played a pivotal role throughout the world via the Indian Ocean. This trade helped to facilitate the advancement of Egypt and India during the 1st century BCE. As time went on, traders became more aware of better trade practices, which helped to advance both kingdoms. So sit right there! This is Indian Ocean trade!
Traders would traverse between India and Egypt via the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea. Traders took advantage of the sea route as they were able to ship a large volume of items for a much lower cost than by land. The height of trade was right around the 1st century BCE during the Roman Empire, and at its height more than 120 ships would sail this path every year. As time went on, these traders became more attuned to the sea and could take advantage of the monsoon winds. Trips were planned around these monsoon winds for more predictable travel conditions.
Along this trade route, a variety of goods were traded. Silk was the main good that was traded between India and Egypt. Items that were traded also included spices, porcelain, ivory, cotton, slaves, and incense. What do you believe would have been the largest trade item? Spices, cotton, or silk? If you would have guessed cotton, you'd be wrong. The largest trade at this time was actually spices. The Indian Ocean trade route was one of the first times that spices like cinnamon, cardamom, ginger, pepper, and turmeric were widely available to Egypt and even places far beyond. You probably recognize a few of these spices as they are still available today.
On the Indian Ocean trade route, physical goods were not the only items traded. Along the route, ideas were also traded. The Indian Ocean trade helped spread religion like Buddhism. Buddhist monks would sometimes join along on the voyages across the ocean to help promote the religion. With many of these trips lasting 3 to 5 months and stopping at many of these ports, monks had many opportunities to spread their religion. On top of ideas, diseases were another intangible item traded. The trade route helped to spread disease very quickly as they traveled from kingdom to kingdom. Some of the diseases during this time include smallpox, measles, and the bubonic plague.
So what you guys are telling me is that India and Egypt traded heavily between each other during the 1st century, and they chose the Indian Ocean as their trade route because trading by sea was cheaper than trading by land, right? They traded a variety of goods between each other that one side had and the other needed. And the biggest example, I guess, would be spices that India specialized in. I feel like I finally have an understanding in trade in the Indian Ocean between India and Egypt. Wow, that was a lot of great information. This project's going to go really well.